What is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving back into the 10-star against Yamato with the EXP teams, the combination of Marco and Momo for your assists to help you guys build up your pirate level as well as take down as many assists as possible. So in today's video I am using a combination of Marco and Momo. Basically moving forward with 10-star Kazunas, I'm going to use whichever one works best for each individual fight. So obviously Freak Spirits are boosted on Int, so I'm going to use Momo. Fighters are boosted on Strength, so I would just use Marco. It's just easier for me when it comes to this kind of stuff and what I will be using. I'm not going to make teams for everything. Making like teams each for each variation, EXP teams, Super Boss teams, all that stuff is just becomes way too much sometimes. So this is sort of my way of sort of mitigating how much I'm actually going to be building for. So if you enjoy the content, build the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff, and let me know down below what you guys will be running against the 10-star event. The first variation is the Dex variation. Dex, Strength, and Int get all the good stuff. There's 1 turn of Special Reverse on stage 2, 8 turns of Despair, which go down to 5 after Sockets, and 5 turns of Resilience. The boss has 99 turns of full immunity, removes beneficial effects, only lets you use 2 specials, and gives you a slot boost of 1.1 for 3 turns. After level as well as 5 turns of Threshold. After level 31, there is Intimidation for type effects, there is an attack down, and then your special limit increase. Your special limit use increases to 2 turns, so very, very annoying stuff there. So the team looks a little bit like this. Most of the time with market teams, you pretty much only do up to like level 30. After that, you'll start using some teams that are a little bit faster and stuff like that. So these teams should help you out like at the beginning of the Kazuna. But the team looks like this. It should do level 30 plus nicely, but it won't last much past 40 because of the HP scaling. So double Marco is the captain. The Whitebeard and ulti supports get around the Despair. To get around the Special Reverse, we have the Garp. He's a PK unit. You can pick him up for free. Very, very good unit there. He's a fighter. He's a strength unit. It's literally the only reason he's here. But you can also use the Suru support on him. So it's another option that I actually wanted to bring this particular Garp. I do have the Momo support on Luffy, the Straw Hat Crew Luffy. That's another option that you guys can do as well. But on the final stage, basically you want to use the super class of Momo on turn 2. Marco on turn 2, that activates a special to get an attack boost. You're going to get given an orb boost. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to cop it. We're going to take the 1.1, and then we're going to use the threshold removal with Bone Clay and the attack down removal with Jack. Jack's going to give color affinity, so even after level 30, you are going to have color affinity there. Unfortunately, it's very, very arrogant in this stage. It removes your positive effects. You can't carry stuff into that final stage, and it's just very, very, very annoying. Straw Hat Crew's there for stage 2. You can easily just bink it, take it out nice and easily, because you want that... what's it called? The auto trigger of Marco for stage. You want the auto trigger of Marco for the final stage. You actually want to use the Mr. What's it called? The Mr. whatever support, so you get the chain boost here as well. That's definitely a play that you want to be using. So that is the Dex variation. Onto the Strength now. Fighter, Striker, Driven get all the good stuff. On stage 2, there is 2 additional enemies that have a lot of defense and only a little bit of HP. They lock the boss, and there's a barrier for 3 perfect taps, as well as 5 turns of paralysis. On the final stage, there's full immunity except for Ignite. You take 35% of HP cut. When entering, there's 5 turns of damage reduction, 5 turns of resilience. You can't use type effects, so white damage for everyone. 1 turn of Special Reverse and an Interrupt if you use Ignite, turning Wano and Semler slots into favorable 5 times orbs. Absolutely massive. After level 30, there's Intimidation for slot boosting effects. If you do a slot boost, it goes down by 2.0. Very annoying for 5 turns. And the Special Reverse is increased by an extra turn, as well as Resilience going up by 2 turns. So a lot of stuff going on there. So what we're going to be doing here is we're running Marco again. And ideally on turn 2, we're going to use our Marco special with the Whitey base support to remove the barrier. And then we're going to use the Jumanji special to give us 3 turns of an orb buff. That way we have an attack boost and we have an orb buff. Works out very, very nicely here. So that way we can actually just clear stage 2, remove the paralysis, and just take out the enemies in the back with the Onami support, setting defense to 0, which is awesome. On the final stage, to get around the damage reduction, we have Jinbei and Robin. They're going to give us base stats as well. We then have an an attack boost with what are their names? Luffy and Ace. They're also going to give a chain boundary, and with the Momo support, you can get around the resilience. So works exceptionally well there. Kaido is here as he has the Akainu support. We can bink the Kaido special. That's going to give us a full board of Wano slots. Because Luffy and Ace apply Ignite, it turns those orbs into a 5 times orb buff, which is insanely valuable. Like, it's insane. Unfortunately, we can't get the conditional boost, though, for for Luffy and Ace, so that's kind of annoying. But look, it's not the end of the world. Just getting that 5 times multiplier is very, very strong. Downside here is we really only have a chain boost, chain boundary, and attack and orb boost. There's nothing really else going for us on this particular team. We have base stats. We don't have any like crazy conditionals, and like I said, the damage numbers aren't crazy high with Marco, but it should still definitely work upwards around 40 to 50, something like that. And the final variation is the int variation. We're using Momo here because Free Spirit, Cerebral, and Powerhouse characters get all the good stuff. On stage 2, you get Dex Orbs that are also unfavorable, as well as 5 turns of damage reduction, so Momo works great here. On the final stage, there is full immunity. The enemy turns into either Strength, Dex, Psi, or there's no change at all, so anything that's not quick, really. There's also 5 turns of attack down. You get there's a good tap barrier and intimidation to type effects. After level 31, your top row gets super block slots. The barrier goes up to 2 turns, and the damage reduction gets added for 5 turns as well. So, utilizing Momo works great here. Momo's going to auto-trigger turn 1, which is sick. But then we're actually going to use his super type on turn 2. Once we use his super type, we're actually going to activate the Luffy special, and Luffy's going to give us 5 turns of orb boosting. Unfortunately, you can't really use Momo's like special with like an orb blocking support, because the orb blocking of Momo will sort of overwrite that. So we sort of had to do something here to actually get this. You could use something like Ace Sabo, probably like a bigger orb buff, and that way you can get that. But there's also the chain multiplying shenanigans that Luffy can do, so that's why I thought I would include him. Ace Sabo is great though, because you can change between colors, and that way you can do some fun stuff there. Unfortunately, like I said, the enemy's not going to turn quick, so you're not going to have that benefit there. But Luffy's great. Momo's going to remove the damage reduction. You have Wano slots. You're going to lock them. You can carry them into the final stage. On the final stage, to get around the barrier, we're using Cat Viper. Cat Viper can remove barriers by 2 turns. We have Sanji for base stats. He also removes damage reduction. Our friend Captain Momo is going to remove attack down. He also removes damage reduction. You have a conditional boost with Robin. You have chain boundary shenanigans, like I said, with Sanji, and you can actually use the rush of Sanji here as well. That's also a lot of fun. So that way you get around stuff like the super block orbs with the Wano slots, and you just do a whole bunch of stuff there. So beautiful stuff. That's going to wrap up the video. That's the EXP teams with Marco and Momo. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, and what you guys will be doing for assists moving forward, as I have put out a couple of videos, which I'll try and leave cards at the end of the video here for you guys as well. If you enjoyed the video though, belt like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.